Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, here we are on Lakeville in the Conquer gun carriage. Normally I do not show replays of artillery missions. Normally I don't even play artillery. I'm trying to complete mission number 15. I think it's called War Gods. Yeah, War Gods. You have to be the top player in the battle by experience earned, and you have to enable your allies to cause 3,500 hit points of damage to enemy vehicles by stunning or immobilizing them. The reason I'm showing you this one is because I'm going to show you, I'm trying to try helping you, give you pointers on what to do in order to be able to complete this mission successfully. And you'll see I do more damage than anybody in the match. Unfortunately, I kind of found out they want you to do more, get more kills basically than damage. You want to aim for your higher tier tanks. Obviously I'm in a tier 10, so it's not going to help me. I get a nice shot into this T40, the light tank, direct hit. Didn't even do 500 damage. I was like, are you kidding? When I'm in artillery, I like to move. I don't like sitting still, because a lot of times if somebody's doing counter battery, they'll sit there and look and they'll see your shells flying out. They know where you're at, then you don't move, and then lo and behold, boom, they drop it on your head. So what I'm finding out is now when I see this group of tanks up here, I should have shot at the 268 version 4, but I'm thinking, wait a minute, I got, a splash with this thing. I'm going to just decimate a lot of those, and watch this hit. Bam! 1,100 damage to that AMX CDC. And I splashed some other stuff too, I think. But with them grouped up like that, I'm thinking, wow, I'm going to be able to get this mission done. Unfortunately, everything I ended up hitting mainly was tier 8s. And what I needed to do was aim for the tier 10s and go for the kills. So when you're trying to do this mission, you really, really, really want to go for kills. You want to be in a tier 8 or a tier 9 artillery, and then shoot for the tier 10s that are on that shot, right between both of them. God bless America. And when you got a 37-second load time, you don't want to be missing shots like that. But, so you want to play a tier 8 or tier 9 artillery. You want to aim for the tier 9s and tier 10s on the enemy team. You want to aim for the, the top tier stuff. And you want to try getting the kills on those, because that's going to give you the experience you need to really get through the mission. Almost loaded. I was wanted that WZ-11 to roll back. He does, and I end up splashing 3 tanks there. I hit the 277, the T-32, and the WZ-1114, all with one shot. So the way I was hitting this stuff, I'm thinking, oh, I've got this mission in the bag. And they stay grouped up here. They start backing down. I ended up knocking the T-32 out here. But I should have aimed for the 277 or the Leopard PTA. Higher tier stuff. I was going to go for the Leopard PTA, but I couldn't get a shot on him where he was setting. So I go back over here, and we're almost loaded. T-277 rolls down the hill, but the T-32 stayed up there. Figured, well, we'll just finish him off. So I guess the point I'm trying to make is, the mistake I made was aiming for lower tier stuff. Not that I was aiming for lower tier stuff on purpose, it just happened to be that's what I was hitting. That was the targets that were available to hit, and that's what I was getting shots at. I would have been better off shooting at all tier 10 stuff, but with the amount of tanks that were there, I was just wanting to hold them back from just running over and, just decimating us all. So I get a splash on him. That was all well, not even a splash, just stunned him. The guys that went over into the city, I gotta say, did a great job, because they did hold that with very few tanks. There was, I think it started out with like 2 heavies and 2 mediums, or 3 mediums, something like that. And they held their ground and really did a great job to hold the city. I didn't even take any shots in at the city area. I didn't have to, because the simple fact was the guys that were in the city holding that ground for us did a great job. So the 111 one fake tank, we hit him for 338. Not off his track. Damage after we stun him was 421. So unfortunately, oh, that's another thing that you want is try and get shots into stuff where you got friendlies, and hopefully your friendly tanks will shoot them when they're stunned, and you'll get more experience for the having stunned them, and then them getting shot. I just I was unlucky, and unfortunately I would get shots and my team wasn't able to. This shot's like way off. Yeah, it dropped really soon. I mean, I shot here and it dropped back here, so that was, I mean, well, you know, it's gonna hit in that aiming reticle. But yeah, so I just made some, you know, unwilling or unknowing mistakes, really. Not that I was aiming strictly for tier 8s. I was aiming for whatever vehicles I could get shots on, you know, be it a tier 8 or a tier 9 or 10, whatever was there. If I could get shots on it, I was going to take it. And we just finished the game there. We only lost 2 tanks in that match. But yeah, so like I said, you know, just for pointers, if you're going for this mission, you want to take a tier 8 or tier 9. Aim for higher tier stuff. If you're in an 8 or a 9, aim for, obviously if you're in the 8, aim for 9s and 10s. Don't aim for a tier 8. If you're in a 9, aim for the tier 10s. You want to hit the higher tier stuff. If you can get a kill, take the kill, because obviously you get more experience for the kills than you do for the amount of damage. I had the most damage, and I was like closer to the middle of the experience, whereas the 5355, he did like 1,000 some less damage than me, but he was a lower tier artillery hitting higher tier stuff, and he got 3 kills. So it all plays into effect. Like I said, I'm just trying to help you guys. So if you're trying to get this mission done, help you figure out how to do it so that, you know, you're not struggling time and time again. And this is a perfect example where I did almost 4,000 damage and I was middle of the road on experience, where somebody that had, you know, 2,500, 3,000 damage was top of experience because of what he was shooting at and because of getting kills. So you really got to take that into account when you're taking your shots, what you want to aim at. Because if I would have been hitting the higher tier stuff, knocking out the higher tier tanks, I might have been able to complete this mission. Well, probably not, because unfortunately my team has to do 3,500, I think, damage to help me complete the mission. So it's a tough one, I'll tell you that. This is a very tough mission to do. But if you want to hold on for a minute, I will be back with some post-game stats for you. Alrighty, so here's the results of that match. Boy, I'm telling you guys, when you hit that 15th mission for artillery, yeah, War Gods, this mission, it's been killing me. I don't normally even like showing really artillery missions. I don't really like playing artillery. But in order to get this mission, obviously I got to play artillery. So the object is you got to be the top player in battle by experience earned. And then you have to enable your allies to cause 3,500 hit points of damage to enemy vehicles by stunning or immobilizing them. And I just thought, with the way that all these tanks were bunched up, I'm like, this is gonna, I've got this. This is no problem. I'll definitely get, I mean, I was hitting like just multiple enemies with one shot, because the Conquer gun carriage shell, the splash damage on it is just enormous. And then I at first was shooting, I think I shot a premium round, which ended up being a direct hit into the LT-432, which I must have really hit him in one armored place, because I couldn't believe I only did like 497 damage to him, and it was a direct hit. But so I was splashing a lot of the other vehicles. I was hitting stuff. I was getting just awesome amounts of damage, because this thing, I started loading up premium rounds in there to give you even bigger splash area, and I thought, I've got this in the bag. So, lo and behold, I didn't. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. That was a Master Badge Class 3, Bruiser, Confederate. We did get 2 bonds, and I got some good hits, like the Object 277. You know, there's some armored stuff up there. This wasn't like, you know, a couple things up there were, you know, butter, but So hit the 277 for 309. Knocked out his track, and you can see I stunned a bunch of stuff. I mean, just knocked the crap out of it. And you can see some of the stuff, number of stuns twice, total damage 480. A lot of the stuff I hit, unfortunately, my teammates weren't shooting when I was stunning it. So we hit the 268 version 4 just for, all it did was stun him. The 111-14 hit him for 591. And knocked out his tracks. The T-32, we hit him for 418, finished him off, just decimated him. Observation device, track, commander, gunner, loader. The AMX CDC, we annihilated him, hit him for 1100 damage in one hit. Knocked out his ammo rack and his tracks. The T-44, we hit him for 494. WZ-111 fake tank there, hit him for 338. Knocked out his tracks, and the LT-432 hit him once for 497 and knocked out his track observation device, and that one again was a direct hit, which I was real surprised that all the damage, well, all the artillery just really sucked now, because I wish they would at least up the penetration of the HE round the way it used to be, so you actually do penetrate and do more damage, because when you're hitting a light tank directly and not even breaking 500 damage on it, yeah. Our team just completely rolled over this other team. I ended up getting the most damage at 3,747 and 1 kill. And this is where I was really shocked. I did almost close to 4,000 damage. The next person close to me was, well, 747 damage, give or take. Less than I did in a tank. And look at this. Experience-wise, bam, I'm way down here. But the M5355 is way up here because he got 3 kills. And the thing is he was knocking out the stuff that I was knocking the snot out of. So, like, the CDC and a couple other tanks, I mean, I was decimating them, and then he was finishing them off, so he was getting the kills. He got top experience. I'm like, oh, you gotta be shitting me. So I'm finding that doesn't matter the amount of damage, they want to see the amount of kills that you're getting, I guess. I always thought they would want to see more damage, because that means you're hitting more targets, you're not just focusing on kill, 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 which, I mean, kills are good. Yeah, you're getting guns out of the game. But I just really thought that you would be better off trying to get more damage to get you a better experience, and that's just not the way it works out. Everything that was pretty well bunched up there, well, let's go back and look, kind of, everything that I hit. Well, let's finish this off. So I had 8 shots, 4 direct hits, 1 splash, 13. I splashed 13 vehicles. So, I mean, I was doing damage to a multitude of tanks. Total damage was 3747. It was all over 300 meters. We damaged 7, destroyed 1. Total duration of stuns, 20... Oh, that doesn't even really matter, I don't think. 242.68. Damage to enemy vehicles stunned by you is only 976. And I mean, they were all grouped up there. I cannot believe that's all I got for basically assisted damage. I did shoot a couple premium rounds, because, I mean, that really gives you a bigger boom of an area. And the way they were grouped up there, they were just doing me a favor. So we only lost 15,502. And I mean, I've got this thing set up with food. Yeah, food. I thought I had fuel, but anyways, so, right there, that takes 20,000, credits right off the bat. But you can see, I mean, okay, so I hit the, Object 277, which I found out. I was thinking that was the tracked vehicle. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm looking in my garage, I'm like, I got that tank. So that's definitely not the one with 4 tracks on it. So we hit, tier 10. All we did was splash this guy. 111-14, tier 9. PTA, just splashed him, or stunned him. T-30, then this is where I think the issue was. Tier 8, AMX CDC, tier 8, T-44, tier 8. WZ-111, 1FT, I'm pretty sure that's either a tier 8 or a tier 9. And the LT-432, tier 8. So that's probably why I didn't get the experiences. A lot of the stuff I was hitting and splashing in that group of tanks, and I'm not looking to aim at just the 268 version 4 or the 270. I'm looking at, there's a group of tanks there, I want to just nail them and decimate them. And unfortunately, the things that were all grouped up there were mainly tier 8. So that's really got to be where I got, you know, the downfall of me getting the experience, and the 5355 got top experience because he was probably hitting mainly like your tier 10s, the 277, 268 version 4, you know, so on and so forth. Anyway, it was a good match all in all. And like I said, I don't normally play artillery. I don't normally really even like showing artillery replays, but I just wanted to kind of forego, no, let me rephrase it. I just wanted to show you guys, so if you're trying to do the artillery missions, you really, really, really want to get, it looks like, the kills. If your top tank, like he was a tier 9 also, that I think is what helped the 5355 get that extra experience. As he's in a tier 9, I'm in a tier 10, so he's going to get more experience when he's hitting tier 10 tanks with a tier 9. I'm in a tier 10, hitting tier 10 and tier 8s. So that's kind of, I think, really what made the big difference in the experience. So if you're trying to do like the 15th mission for artillery, if you can play like a tier 8 and get a tier 10 match, or a tier 9 and get in a tier 10 match, and aim for your tier, if you're an 8, you want to obviously aim for your tier 9s and 10s. If you're in a tier 9, you want to aim for your tier 10s. You want to aim for higher tiered vehicles, and you want to, looks like, obviously go for the kill. If you can knock them out, the more, it looks like you get more experience for the kill than you do for doing the damage to them. So, I mean, like I said, all in all, it was a great game, but I'm just trying to show you guys to help you out for this mission, to show you how to really get it. Obviously, they want you to get the kills, and they want you to hit higher tier tanks. So, like I said, going with a lower tier artillery and shoot at higher tiered stuff. I guess it's kind of a no-brainer. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this match. If you did, please click the like button down below and subscribe to the channel. You guys take it easy, be safe, and I will see you on the battlefield.